1st of July announced the opening of the 2023 cod fishing season. But even more importantly, it announced our arrival back in Harry's Harbour. And boy, did they celebrate our return in style. We were disappointed, however, later on to discover that the celebration wasn't for us at all, as 1st of July is also Canada Day. Leaving Dale and Nancy alone to enjoy Canada Day, we were then on their doorstep early the next morning. Good morning, we're from the BBC and we're looking to film the lives of everyday Newfie folk. Do you happen to know any normal Newfoundland that we can...
Not around here.
Anybody know where?
First things first, someone's stolen your boat.
I stole it this morning.
Oh, you did? Oh, no.
Yeah, I put gas in her and filled her up. And
God, you never get any sleep.
well,
First fishing trip of the season. Everybody excited? At 8 o'clock in the morning? Dale, like many Newfies, look forward each year to the cod fishing season.
you guys ready?
This was Dale's first trip out for the season, and it was very much a family affair with their daughter Ness coming along for the ride.
But yet when you do something good, people,
Oh yeah.
just let it go till you hit bottom and then pull it up a little bit.
145 feet. Bring it up, Ness. Bring it up, Ness.
What do you got? What do you got?
You got a big fish.
Is it wiggling? Let me get his picture, Ness. Poor little fellow. Hold him up.
Alaska. It's Prince of Wales Island, wasn't it?
What do you got? Scotland.
Oh, he's inside his 10 minutes. Here comes dinner. It's a nifty way of catching it. Me and Chrissy, who hadn't got the memo about wearing a green top, were just hoping to catch some cod for Nancy and Dale. But unfortunately, finding the right type and size of fish was proving to be very difficult.
There you go.
Well done.
Want to kiss it?
No, thank you. I'm not that thirsty.
Oh. You have to do that to become a Newfie, don't you? Is that what they say?
That
Yeah.
screeched in?
No.
What? Oh, wow.
It's gone again.
Yeah, it's gone. Let it go.
She needs to get screeched in.
Well,
What does screeched in
we're
mean?
gonna get some screech.
It's like our
Lloyd got
ritual
some.
to
Does he
become
have
a
the
newfie, an
certificates?
honorary newfie.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta kiss a cod, you
Because
gotta
actually,
take a shot of screech.
you know what? We're screeching in a couple of into Lloyd. There's a couple being screeched in, so we'll do them all at the same time.
It's like being baptised.
Same thing.
What's that? Is that little jellyfish? You'll even get your Newfoundland passport.
Oh my word.
Where are they doing that? I don't know. I'll have to see when they. What is it? Oh, Theo, I got the bottom.
We'll be able to use that when we travel around the world, Chris.
I've got the bottom.
If it's not moving, it's a scopeland. It's a scopeland.
Is it?
Yep.
Have you seen this before, Paul?
Yes. Yes. That's what we call it in Mexico, wouldn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
That's a biggish one, isn't it?
Go, Nancy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, nice rock on.
Whoa! Not the one that got away. Yes, it was.
Oh well.
Yesterday with the fire candidate from
Everyone seemed to be catching something, even me.
Oh, what you got?
Mermaid's Bush.
Mermaid's bush.
갇혀있던 미로 속에서 마주했던 건 wall after wall yeah. 정해진 길 찾게 되길 난 기다리진 않지
With a bit of sightseeing thrown in along the way, we had a great day on the water. And while we didn't return with any fish, we did have a day we will always remember.
Now, where are you going to clean your fish?
So a very big thank you goes to Nancy, Dale and Ness. I'm going to find somewhere to hang my mermaid's bush.
You have.
Also, a big thank you to Nancy for sending us some of her photos. Good morning and welcome to Graves Island Campground here in Nova Scotia. I am editing the video of our time in Harry's Harbour, and I thought I just need to perhaps interrupt and explain a few things about the upcoming video. There is a thing in Newfoundland called screeching in, and Nancy and Dale had realised while we were talking to them on the boat earlier in the day that we hadn't been screeched in. Now, screeching in is a process that people from away go through to become an honorary Newfie. Most people who get screeched in when they go to Newfoundland to become an honorary Newfie will have it done in a bar with a group of other people. And being the old curmudgeons that we are, we sort of say, oh, that's just a touristy thing, and we don't bother with it. But Nancy and Dale invited us, having spent all day with us on the boat, then invited us down to the beach with quite a large number of the family, Nancy's family, and we were screeched in. So the screeching in ceremony began with Dale appearing from nowhere, dressed in traditional fishing gear, with a codfish tucked under his arm.
Oh, that's fine now, you better get more you together now.
Up there, you guys can go up there.
While the cod wasn't frozen solid, Dale did try to describe to Chrissy just how stiff it was.
See? Cocktail.
No, I couldn't get
This is pound cod.
Not only had his appearance changed quite drastically from when we last saw him, but so had his accent and the words he was using. So apologies if, like us, you struggled to follow along with absolutely everything he says.
Well, boys and girls, the reason why we're here tonight to speak these two mainlanders or Ukrainians or whatever they are, or Chinese or Japanese, wherever they're from, because they're going all over the world in the next 4 or 5 years, so we don't know what to call them anymore, except for Newfoundlanders there pretty soon. All right, that's good. Hang on. There you go. Huh? All right, boys, we got a little thing we got to do here to get your streets in here tonight. Because I overheard one of you say you never was done yet, have you? No, haven't done. Nice, isn't it? Anyway, but tonight we're going to give you a little bit of screech, a little bit of blowing, and you're going to go and pass it on down to some of the other counts, okay?
The first part of the screeching in ritual involved eating some bologna, or Newfie steak as Dale called it, and taking a shot of screech. Bologna, by the way, is very much like Spam.
It's not steak.
Newfie steak.
That's what goes into this.
It is. Okay.
Spam.
Yeah, it's like Spam, yeah. You want to fry it up, the blood comes out of it.
Any order?
Yeah, okay, what we're going to do is eat the bologna first.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it. Okay. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, you're not going to eat that, are you?
I've had worse in my mouth.
I'm not going there.
With the first part of the ritual out of the way, there were just two simple things left for us to do. Firstly, in response to Dale's question, Chrissy had to say, "Indeed I is my old cock," but it appeared that the whole event had overwhelmed her.
Indeed I is my old cock. When I said if you're a screecher, you said indeed I is my old cock.
Indeed, I
Is my old cock.
my old cock.
So is you a screecher?
Say that again.
Indeed I is my old cock.
Indeed I is my old cock.
Yeah, there you go. So is you a screecher?
Indeed.
See, you've been drinking it.
my old cock.
Indeed. I can't say it like that. I can't. Indeed, I am.
Come on, you want to be in this and get talk like a denominator.
Right, say it again. Indeed,
I is
I is
me old cock.
my old cock.
Indeed I is me old cock.
Indeed, he is.
Close enough.
Indeed,
I is.
I is my old cock.
There you go. That's it faster.
I can't. Indeed,
Indeed I is me old cock.
indeed, I is my old cock.
There you go. Okay, put you two together now. Is you a screecher?
Indeed,
I is my old cock.
There you go. Now, over the lips, past the gums, watch your stomach, here it comes.
All of it.
All of it.
Down it.
Wait, go. Good, eh?
I've got a kick to it.
The final act was the kissing of the cod.
You got to kiss the cod.
But don't force it on
No, I
me.
won't.
Just up there.
Yeah.
Don't push it. Kissing.
No, yeah. Do like kiss like this.
I can't put my mouth around that.
Come on, try it.
Can I just kiss it?
Oh, yes, kiss it. Mwah. Got teeth.
To my surprise, I discovered cod, even dead ones, have teeth that can draw blood.
Oh, I get a picture, Evan.
Thank you very much. The conclusion of the Screeching Inn was to be issued with a certificate confirming our status as honorary Newfies. I have to confess that the drinking and merriment went on until late in the night, but it did round off what had been a wonderful day with some very good friends.
There you go. Now you got to jump in the ocean.
Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. Thank you.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
Hello and welcome
To the 9 o'clock news.
No, to summer. It is the 11th of July and we have some nice weather for the last, 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, summer seems to have finally arrived here in Newfoundland. We've had bright days before, but it's always been quite cold. There's always been a cold wind. But today, and there is still a breeze here, but it's pretty warm. It's lovely, actually. I just keep looking at that image of us on the camera, and I think we look like the two Ronnies.
Yeah, but some people won't know about the two Ronnies.
No, look up the two Ronnies. It's worth it. Well, after a wonderful stay at Nancy's Nest in Harry's Harbour, we have continued our journey heading east. We are working our way slowly towards Clarenville. We have to be there for the 24th of July for the vehicle to be repaired. And we have been based just for the last few days here at a place called Dildo Run Provincial Park. We still haven't quite got to grips with how they got all these names. Dildo Run has been a great base for us to explore Twillingate Island and the surrounding region, and it's an especially great place to be based if, like us, you'd like to see some more icebergs.
Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me
lighthouse at the top of Twillingate Island attracts a lot of visitors. And we have been there. We did go and make a visit. The first time we went there, it was completely fogged in. The second time was a beautiful day. It was yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
It was lovely.
And I have to say that that area does get quite busy with tourists. Twillingate Island and especially just along the coast at Sleepy Cove, which has probably been one of the best places we've been to so far for looking at icebergs.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day.
But we have been on one or two of the less well-travelled parts of the region. We had a great little hike, only a short hike, across the way from Twillingate Island. I think it was, I can't remember what it's called now.
Is it Sandy Cove?
No.
Well, you can look it up and put it up.
I'll put it up. And whilst that hike was not a long hike, but it gave us some great views of icebergs, but it also gave us a little insight into how Newfoundland and some of these small fishing harbours and villages came about. In particular, there was they had a number of board signs up where houses used to be located, and you could see how one family had, or one couple had 15 children.
Oh my word.
And then how these children built houses just next to their parents, and gradually they populated an area. But yeah, for if you want to see icebergs, then that region or
We've
that
been
part
so
of the area,
lucky, haven't we?
we have, and we've seen such a lot. And what we show you is actually, we don't show you all the icebergs we see. What you see is just really the tip of
The iceberg.
the iceberg. Yes.
God. I fell for that one.
Yes. So, what's next? We are leaving Dildo Run Provincial Park in the morning, and we've decided to give Terra Nova National Park another chance. We were meant to be there for 4 nights originally. We only stayed 2 before we left there, and because of the bad weather, but the weather forecast at the moment is looking very promising. So yeah, so we're heading over there tomorrow morning.
Hopefully we get a site because we haven't booked.
We've been told we're going to a different, last time we were there we were at Newman Sound Campground. This time we're going to Malady Head Campground, and we've been told that little area along there, coastal again, but some beautiful little fishing villages, harbours.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Excuse me,
If
sorry.
there's anybody out there like to co-present this video with me, there is a vacancy coming up. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, maybe I water.
Yes, so Malady Head.
Melody Head.
We'll be there tomorrow. We hoped to take the long way round to get there, the more touristy trail, but unfortunately we must get to there's a couple of things we need for the vehicle, and so we're going to call in via Gander again. This will be our second stop at Gander. We'll get stocked up there with food and fuel and a few electronic bits that we need.
Beer.
Yeah,
Wine.
essentials. Yes.
Wine.
Yes.
Keep me sane.
Some more mosquito spray because they have
Oh,
been a bit of
yeah.
an issue. And my memory card's running out, so I need another one of those. So we'll do all those mundane things, and then we'll see you over at Malady Head. Over and out.
Perfecto.
like that. Oh, look at my sunburnt arms. Just like that. Welcome to Melody Head in Terra Nova National Park. Good morning and welcome to another sunny day here in Newfoundland. We have, as we said, left Dildo Run Provincial Park, called in at Gander, did our essential shopping.
Forgot your memory card though.
Yeah, I forgot my memory card. What does that say?
Let me take your memory out.
And then towards the end of the day, we ended up here at, and this is where we have to be careful with the pronunciations. It's Melody Head, Milady Head, or what did the local guy say? Melody? Melody. He called it Melody Head.
That's it, yeah. I like Milady.
So having struggled to get our head around that one, we've then taken a drive out this morning to a beautiful little fishing harbour, a fishing village, which is just behind us. I'll show you the view. That's called Selvage, or Selvage, or Selvage. Ooh, just
Oh yes, a whale! Down there.
Let me grab the camera. Oh shit.
Take two.
Sorry about that. There was a minke whale. When he first appeared, he was in some nice clear water and we could see right down on top of him. Unfortunately, he did a deep dive and disappeared off and popped up over the other side, too far away really. But very exciting, nice to see one. So where was we? Yes, Selvage behind us here. This, where we are now, is a lookout on the point, and it's called Net Point, and this is where similar to other fishing harbours, Europeans would have come across for the cod fishing season, caught the cod, dried the cod, and then gone back home with it. And the houses they built here would have originally been temporary, and then gradually people started to settle, and as they did, the fishing points here started to become, instead of a free-for-all, it started to become more competitive. And in the end, they started to put in a system of drawing lots to see where you could set your nets, where you could set your traps. And you might not get the best spot, but you had to pretty much put up with what you were given. And then the fishing village developed. Did you hear it again?
Yeah. Was it herring as well that they fished?
Well, they said
for?
they caught herring for bait for lobsters. But even today, they now, obviously the fishing boats look very, very different. They would have originally been rowboats, but now quite a substantial fishing enterprise goes on from Selvage here. But it's a beautiful location. No icebergs today. We've sort of come round the coast now, so we're away from the main iceberg alley.
And nobody here.
And absolutely, we keep we can't help but keep commenting how beautiful this area is, and yet nobody here, just
where are
us.
the tourists?
The campground that we're on is very, very quiet. And here we are, middle of July. The campground is really quiet. We've got a wonderful spot on the campground. I thought it was really cheap. It was 52 Canadian dollars, which is around for 3 nights. And so that's working at about 12 or 13 pound a night. And the facilities and the showers and the
best showers.
absolutely
Yeah,
the brand new facilities,
Yeah.
wonderful.
lovely.
So I'm not sure where everybody is. A lot of people may have been put off by the weather. It's only really improved here in the last few days, but it's absolutely gorgeous now. So we're going to have 2 or 3 days. I keep hearing it, do you?
Yeah, he's teasing
Go.
us.
We're going to have 2 or 3 days here.
Maybe extend.
Maybe add on a couple more days if the weather hangs on. We have got a couple of jobs to do. We found out this morning that the rear door isn't locking properly. When we press the buttons to lock the car, the rear door isn't locking. I've had this problem before. I think there was a wire that broke. Whether it's done it again, whether it's my repair that's broken again, I don't know. Another job for tomorrow. So I think before we go anywhere tomorrow, once we're back on the campground, a few little tinkery things to do, and then further exploring of the area. As we've mentioned a number of times, there are a lot of funny named places here in Newfoundland, and we've come to another one. This little town is called Happy Adventure. Well, good afternoon. I am sitting on the dock of the bay. I think there's a song about that somewhere. Not every day is a full-on activity day. Some days we have mundane tasks, shopping, groceries. Some days a little bit of tinkering and work on the vehicle. But there are other days where we just explore. We just drive around and take little roads, and we find we come to some little treasures like Tizard's Harbour the other day, like Harry's Harbour before, and we found another little area here at Burnside and the adjacent village of Chads, and we just stopped here, and I've been watching a mink eating a fish. And while I've been doing that, Chrissy has been doing a bit of painting. There's a couple of old fishing buildings, huts, across the way here. I'll show you those in a minute. But unfortunately, it just started to rain. And despite the fact that she's doing watercolours, apparently rain doesn't work when you're painting. So she's just had to pause momentarily. But I will just show you the buildings that she's painting, and then I will also show you her painting. So those there are the buildings that Chrissy has decided to paint. Unfortunately, it's a bit of an overcast day. There's not a lot of brightness in the sky, but when you're painting, obviously you can fudge that. There's Christine Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Let me just creep over your shoulder. Let's have a look.
It's starting to rain.
I know, well, quick then, before the water ruins your watercolours.
Yeah, well, quickly.
There we go.
Yeah, terrible.
Why is it terrible?
Because I'm just practicing and it's starting to rain again.
Oh no.
It goes all blotchy.
Watercolours and water don't mix apparently. Okay, Chrissy, we're back at the campground. You're putting the finishing touches to your painting. Let me see.
It's not my best. Don't get too close.
Well,
Don't
no,
get
I have to
too
see it.
close.
I would say very, very good. Have you signed it?
No.
Well, sign it, because it might be worth the money one day.